Hey guys, welcome back to Game Sandwich. I'm John Hansen, that's Kalo, and we're here for another episode of Duelist, a show where we come to you with a top five list in a certain category. We need you to go into the comments down below. Let us know who has the better list. Of course, it's me. I have the better ideas. I have the better opinions. It's John Hansen. Vote for him.
Man, I'll let you cook. I think last episode I absolutely killed it. I stand by that. But this list, this is the one we've been waiting for.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, today we are going on our top five favorite Pokemon. Not games, not movies, or anything like that. Just Pokemon, the creatures themselves. Our favorite Pokemon. So let us know which one of us has the better list. Kev, go ahead and start us off. What's your number five?
Number five, I'm going to start off with the legendary. I like to start off hot here. And I'm going to go Rayquaza, whatever have you. That's what I'm going to call it. I have not had a more vivid Pokemon memory than actually capturing him within Pokemon Emerald. I was on the bus, it was a rainy day, I was one bus stop away from my house. And of course, whenever you come back home from school, you gotta do homework. You can't play video games. Stay in school, kids. And I was stressing. I'm like, he's at 1 HP. He's paralyzed. This is the perfect moment. I need to capture him. Luckily, I had my Master Ball, and I wasted it on Rayquaza. Could have thrown an Ultra Ball. I get it. There's things I could have changed. I get that. But again, it's just that
Yeah, real
memory.
quick. If you had a Master Ball, why don't you just start with that?
Because I wanted to use Ultra Balls, and I was like, you know what? For the memes, I'm going to throw Pokeballs at this thing until I capture it. Clearly, I was misguided. I'm a very bad Pokemon trainer. Never claimed to be the top. But also, too, he just got better over the years, especially when we look at his shiny form, the black and yellow, and then the mega shiny. Oh, like peak cinema right there. I can't get enough of Rayquaza.
Yeah, Rayquaza is awesome. My number five is a pseudo-legendary Tyranitar. This is a very powerful... he's a dinosaur. I almost called him a dragon, but no, he's... when did he make his debut? I can't remember. Is it Gen 4?
Gold and Silver, I thought.
Was he a Gen 2?
Man,
I don't know.
I
don't know. He's really cool. He's really cool. That being said, his evolutions before that aren't that cool. I've never been a fan of his first two stages, but man, when he gets to that final stage and he gets so powerful, he's like my best Pokemon in Pokemon Go still for CP and the stats and everything. I love him. He's so good.
Okay. Gen 2. I was right.
Gen 2. Okay. Whew. Wow. I do. Man, Gold and Silver are my favorite games. How did I not remember that? Whatever. Tyranitar is freaking awesome. It's a big old dinosaur. I'm not usually like into like dinosaurs, like they're whatever, but Tyranitar is just so cool to me.
Yeah, I again with Pokemon and this list in general, it could go either way. Ask me tomorrow. Tyranitar might be on my list. Also, like I always, with those pseudo-legendaries, I think it's Bagon and, like, Larvitar, that middle shell evolution, I just hated that phase because you were in it for so damn long. It's like, just give me the dragon or dinosaur already. I just want to look cool and, like, absolutely bash the Elite Four.
Absolutely. What's your number four?
Number four, we're going to get spooky. I love me some Gengar. Give me Gengar. And I want to come at this from a more cultural impact kind of stance where, yeah, like Pikachu's out there. That's Pokemon's mascot. But I see a lot of Gengar love out there in the world. Whenever I go to Comic-Con and I'm looking at all the different prints and whatever, the backpacks, people are making Gengar-related content, Ghastly, all that stuff. And just the overall story of that line, like, as I've gotten older, I actually do some reading on the Pokedex entries. Ghastly's thing, Drifloon, another weird Pokemon entry in the Dex. You might want to read that whole thing. But yeah, I love me some Gengar, and outside of Pikachu, I just see him the most.
Yeah, Gengar, with those first generation Pokemon that you had to trade to someone to get them to evolve. So you got Gengar, Machamp, Alakazam. I always felt like those Pokemon had a little more specialness to them because
Yeah.
the only way to get them was to trade to get them. Uh, Gengar is probably the one out of those that is like the most popular, and it's a simple design that is great. His representation in the anime was pretty awesome as well. Yeah, no, Gengar's a great choice. I was very close to putting him on my list, but I did not. Instead, at number four, I have a recent Pokemon. I believe Sword and Shield was where this one made its debut. Bolton.
Oh.
I love me dogs. I am a dog lover, and uh, Bolton is just an electric, and
Yeah.
I love it. That's it. That's really what it comes down to. Uh I started out I when I was playing Sword and Shield, I just what's its first evolution? I think it's like Yampier or something like that. I can't
Yeah.
remember. I am so tired. Um, uh, yeah, I remember getting Yampier. I was like, oh, it's a corgi. I love corgis. My aunt breeds corgi, so I always had a corgi in my house. I was like, yes, I love it. And then it evolved into Bolton. I was like, I love this dog, and I kept it in my party the entire way through the final four and everything. Yeah, Bolton is great.
Same for me. Whenever I got my Bulltowned, I was like, yeah, I'm naming this after my dog. And he had
Hmm.
the name of my dog through the whole playthrough. Great stuff. The one thing, after Gen 3 or 4, Pokemon designs for me were very hit or miss. And when we got to Sword and Shield and now Scarlet and Violet, like there's very few Pokemon I like, but Belltown is one of mine for sure.
Bolton is a very great one. All right, number three.
Number 3. This may be unpopular, but I'm rolling with it. I love Turtwig. I'm standing up for him. Turtwig to me, that whole line going up. Grodel, we can kind of be like, eh, whatever. But Torterra, that's a good one. But Turtwig specifically, because he's one of the starters to me where I'm like, I don't want to evolve you. I like you as is. You're a little turtle, and you're cute. You got that weird looking jaw. And granted, his shiny is very kind of lazy, in my opinion, where he's just a different shade of green and a little different yellow. Whatever.
I don't like those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on, give me a little something extra for the starters. But yeah, Turtwig to me, Ash didn't, to my knowledge, for a while, he didn't evolve him. And for that purpose, I put an Everstone on him. I'm like, yeah, you're not evolving. You're going to stay cute and little forever. And then whenever I need the giant tree turtle, I'll get around to that. So yeah, Turtwig for me, number 3.
That's good. All right. At number three, I have my first legend, or actually my only legendary on my list, Mewtwo. I
Ah,
mean, it's Mewtwo. Do I really need to say more? I also added in a little brackets here because I think it's so cool, and I'm kind of disappointed that we only saw it one time. But Armored Mewtwo, from the Pokemon movie when Team Rocket's working with him and they give him all this armor and the helmet. He looks so freaking cool. They
wow.
brought that version of Mewtwo, the Pokemon Go, and I got him and I love him. He's not like great statistic wise, my armored Mewtwo, but I look at him and I'm just like, ah, this is so cool. This is so just the kid in me is like, yes, I love this. This is so awesome. Of course, Mewtwo has had a big impact on Pokemon for decades now. I mean, he was in Smash. He was in Detective Pikachu. Like, Mewtwo is such a cool, awesome Pokemon, and I love everything he's in.
I could not agree with you more. Him in the movie delivering the most all-time coldest quotes I've ever seen in life, and I have it here pulled up because I wanted to make sure I got this right. I see now the circumstances of one's birth is irrelevant. It is what you do with that gift of life that determines who you are. When I tell you I was this close to making that my yearbook quote in high school, I was that close. But yeah, him in the movie. Oh my gosh,
He's
Mewtwo. Again, you ask me tomorrow, he's probably on the list after all this.
so good. All right, number two.
Number two, the absolute most basic answer I could give. You probably know what I'm about to say. Charizard, OG starter, Mega Charizard X, the black and blue. Oh my gosh. When I seen that, I was like, yeah, can't get any better, but obviously he did. Charizard Y, whatever. It's what. Yeah,
It's just Charizard.
yeah, it's just
more
Charizard.
more Dragon Charizard. That's pretty much it.
Exactly, but the black and blue? Oh, and it's shiny with the purple wings? Give me more. Give me more of that. But yeah, in the anime too, whenever we talk about Charizard and how he came to be, his attitude, and then the little Charmander where he almost died because his flame went out. Oh, I'm so connected. And again, whenever I have kids down the line, day one, putting the three starters in front of you. You gotta go to one. This is how we pick. This is how I dictate life. So yeah, but Charizard for me, first Pokemon starter, I have to roll with him at number two.
Uh, for you already mentioned a first evolution starter. At my number two, I have Cyndaquil. As I said earlier, Gold and Silver are my favorite Pokemon games, and I just remember running through that game every time I would. Well, not every time, because who knows how many times I played through those games, and I would just go through, start over, pick a different starter. But most of the time, I was picking Cyndaquil because I generally like to choose the fire starters. There's some exceptions in there, but Cyndaquil is near the top for me. It's just it's so cute. I was so happy when they brought him back in Pokemon Legends Arceus. I was like, yes, my boy is back. And then they gave him the new Typhlosion form. I've always loved Quilava as well. It's such a very cool design. I just love that it's like this. I think he's like an anteater or something like that. I can't remember what he is. But I just love that he's like normal, and then just these flames sprout from his back. It's so cool, very cute, and I want one. I would love to have a Cyndaquil as a pet.
Without a doubt, and him in the anime, like whenever they make the noises, it's just great stuff. And I often, much like you, I found I go to the fire starters, but my number one might be totally different here.
Go for it.
So I'm going number one. My favorite Pokemon of all time. It's got to be Mudkip. I absolutely adore this creature. Water Ground typing, I get with the grass weakness.
That's cheating. The guy that loves fire starters, it's cheating.
It's a cute little tadpole. I mean, come on. I mean, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I guess whenever I look at stuff and the grand picture for Pokemon for me, those are the games for me. I absolutely love them. I spent most of my time playing them. And I get Marshtomp, I kind of go over him, because whatever. But then we get to Swampert. I mean, another core memory, because I guess gamers nowadays, they won't really know this, but before you were able to close your Game Boy SP and, like, it'll save time, like you don't have to turn it off or whatever. I grinded to get my Marshtomp to a Swampert real fast. I was like killing it, whatever. I got the Swampert and then I had to go do something. I closed my Game Boy SP, put it off to the side, and forgot that I didn't leave it charging. And I didn't save after I got my Swampert. So all that grinding and all of that time was just out the window. Also, too, Mega Swampert kind of rules. I think he's the best. But yeah, Mudkip. And the shiny Mudkip, the little pink one, oh my gosh. I can't get enough.
All right. I see where you're going with that. My number one, I mean, you already mentioned it. It's the basic answer. Charizard. You see, I have a Charizard statue in my background. I am a fool for Charizard. Pokemon Red was my first game in the series, and Charizard's so cool. It's a dragon. You already mentioned the awesome story there with in the anime where Charmander, his flames going out, Ash saves him, and then he becomes a total dick when he evolves into Charmeleon because he doesn't respect Ash. I really think they were trying to like bring in the whole hey, you have to have this many badges for your Pokemon to listen to you. Yeah. I kind of wish they would have done it with someone else because I never liked that Charmeleon and Charizard just were just an absolute dick to Ash, even though everything he saved his literal life and
Mm-hmm.
everything. I always felt that was weird, but still, so freaking cool. I mean, there's a reason why is his name Leon from Sword and Shield has the Charizard. Like, he's such a cool fucking Pokemon. That's why he's always coming back. Everyone loves him. I really wish I had a original Charizard card from back in the day.
Oh,
I would just protect that thing with my life.
yeah. Don't bring up cards because I had one, and
Oh no.
let's just say, don't know where it is. It still
Man.
haunts me to this day. With Charizard, though, I can't tell you. Like seeing him like in Detective Pikachu, that was weird. Seeing like a live action Charizard, absolutely insane. And then I main Pokemon Trainer in Smash just because of that. Like that whole deal. Again, give me some Mudkip. I would love that. But I'm not gonna push that agenda. Yeah, Charizard, you can't go wrong. Like that's Pokemon for me.
Yep. Yep. So that is our list of top 5 favorite Pokemon. Let us know in the comments which one of us has the better list. It's obviously me. I mean, how do you put Charizard below number 1? What is that?
Hey,
Also, let us know your picks for number 5, and if you have any suggestions for top 5 lists you would want us to go over in a future Duel List episode, let us know. For now, that is me, John Hansen, and that is Kalo. We'll catch you on the next one.
if you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.